Hey, Justin here from Conversion Fanatics, and today I want to talk about scalability. Now, it's been a little bit since I've done a video, so this is impromptu and off the cuff, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I've seen over the last 9 months or so. And I'm very fortunate. We get to see a lot of data from a lot of the biggest brands in the world. And truly see what it takes to scale a business, particularly in the e-commerce space from, 20, 30, all the way up to 150 to $200 million in revenue. And I mean, we've worked with Fortune 500 brands as well. So I'm not saying that to brag in any sense of the word. I'm just saying there is a certain aspect of a business that takes things to an entirely new level. It becomes less about the gimmicks, the tricks, the tactics, and becomes more about the brand equity. So you can get lucky and get a product that sells and scale it to, $1 million in revenue or $5 million in revenue. But to take it to that next level and get it to 8 figures, to get into the 9-figure category and create a world-class company, it takes a different aspect of it. And I am in the conversion rate optimization business. And oftentimes companies will come to us and say, well, I need to just get my conversion rate from 1% to 2% to 3% to 4% to 5%. And they think that it needs to infinitely scale, when the fact of the matter is that there is a law of diminishing returns, or a law of basically a ceiling on how well you can actually convert from a conversion rate perspective. And I want you to start thinking about secondary metrics and stop bucketing yourself into, if I just get it to a 2% conversion rate, everything is going to be fixed. There are many factors to it, particularly when you're looking at scalability and long-term growth. That conversion rate just gets thrown out the window, and you need to pay attention to it, but you need to not focus solely on it. Instead, work on experience optimization, work on visitor optimization and your customer journey optimization, rather than, hey, I tested a button color today and it raised or lowered my conversion rate. Companies think they need to come in and test 100 tests a month, and they need to just spray and pray and hope something sticks and they're going to raise their conversion rate, when slower is better. And you need to figure out what holds weight, what the visitors actually care about the most, what has the biggest leverage points. And it isn't always the bigger tests. You don't need to redesign an entire page. You don't need to completely overhaul something or change a complete function for it to improve your conversion rate. One of the biggest leverage points that we've seen right now across many brands is simply adding, hey, your happiness is guaranteed. You can order risk-free. Earlier on in, the COVID days early in 2020, we were seeing simple things like we're in stock, we're shipping normal shipping times, or order today and get it by a certain day, or within a range of days. People just wanted to know the expectation. So it becomes less about your actual conversion rate and those elements than it does your overall experience. And what I try to do is really just think about how visitors interact with a brand. What holds weight? Where are they going? Where are they falling off? What particular elements can we add, remove, change, rearrange that will help alleviate friction in that journey? I chalk this up to, your experience on site is kind of like a brick and mortar store in the e-commerce world. Your ads get them to the front door. Think that you're walking into Super Target, for example, or Costco, and the ads get you to the door, into the parking lot. Now your homepage is walking through the front door, and you're looking at, okay, what section do I need to go to? And your job as an e-commerce store owner is to get the visitors engaged, get them to the front door. Then you have to help them find what they are looking for, or lead them down the path, getting them engaged in that shopping experience. Then getting them again further to find that specific item that they're looking for, then get them to add it to their shopping cart, and then lead them back to the front of the store and through the checkout process as quickly as possible. So I say hold them by the hand and lead them down the path of least resistance to where you want them to go, getting them to add all the add-on items to their cart along the way to increase your average order value. And it becomes less and less about that conversion rate and that gimmick, that tactic, those timers, those button pop-ups, those frills and thrills that so many people get hung up on. It's very simple. You don't need the next app. You just need to understand the behaviors of your visitors. And that's what optimization to me is all about, and what I've seen for businesses that have completely thrived during this pandemic. I've seen businesses lose 90% of their revenue, as well as businesses see 100% month over month growth. And it's been very tremendous growth that I've seen because visitors, they don't panic. They stick to the basics. They stick to their brand equity. They showcase how great their product is. They get their visitors involved in that journey. They get their visitors involved with the product instead of just selling product. And that's what really sets it apart from the continuous, the brands that don't quite make it or don't grow as fast as some of these other companies do. Those that care about that experience, those that optimize for long term. I have a company right now that their conversion rate actually dropped during this time, but their desktop revenue is up like 40 some odd % month over month. And they're trying to justify in some cases what the value of optimization is. But during that time, they completely changed their website. October came and Facebook's algorithm changed and CPMs shot through the roof and everybody was having struggles, but their conversion rate dipped a little bit, but yet they made more money. And if you're so hung up on just that conversion rate, you're going to drive yourself nuts. So you need to focus on the long term, focus on scalability, understanding your behaviors of your visitors, test slow to go fast, and you're going to win the long game and you're going to be around in 5 years versus trying to turn and burn, race to the bottom. Everything's a sale, everything's a promotion, everything's a gimmick, a tactic, trying to get and squeeze that next dollar. I've seen businesses this year take away from being so funnel driven and just pound, 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 go, 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 redesigning their site, rebranding, refreshing, being all about the brand instead of the before and after pictures and the gimmicks and the tactics. And they're now on the position to have an amazing Q1 and set themselves up. Yes, they did make a little bit less revenue comparative to the pound days and having, revenue days and months of, $800,000 or so in quest for that $1 million month. And, last month I think they did 550 or 600,000. So they made a little bit less revenue, but in the long run, it's going to be completely beneficial. And I think you need to change your focus and your mindset on the growth and scalability of your business rather than just the gimmick or tricks or tactics and focusing solely on those conversion rates. So a little bit of rambling for you on this day, but let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to me at conversionfanatics.com or go ahead, comment, share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, or just reach out to me on social media if you have questions. Again, Justin Christensen from Conversion Fanatics here, and make it a great day. Thanks.